What will you do when you get the abundance that you seek? This was the question for my meditation this morning. I was just there next to the tree, laying down, head on the grass, head on the tree, feet on the grass, hands on the grass. It was such a beautiful moment. And I was wondering because right now I have an opportunity for a lot of abundance to be received. And I was just wondering, like, okay, well, what am I going to do with this abundance? What's the point? Like, I don't really care about material stuff and Lamborghinis and stuff. So what is it? Like, why is it that I want to feel this abundance? Obviously, it's because I want to help a lot of people and I want to increase the amount of help that I can do, or the depth of the impact that I can have. So I was wondering of like ways that I could do that. I was thinking of some events that I could do, like ways to create like a healing space that then could be used to have a lot of sessions for people that are really, really nice and create connections with people and deepening intimacy, something that a lot of people here in my local place seem to struggle with. So all of these things. And then I was like, yeah, that's nice. But for some reason, it didn't really like get me that heart opening feeling that I can feel sometimes when I tap into why I want to be abundant, why I want this abundance. I mean, honestly, ultimately, deep down, it is who I am. It is who you are. We are abundant. It's not like we are abundance even. It's just how the nature of the energy that we have is. So that's like a fact. But then I was like, okay, so what's the circulation like? Because I am the abundance, and how do I circulate it? And then at some point, I just cleared my mind and just asked this question, like, okay, what is the the purest heart-based way that I want to use this abundance? And at some point I felt it, and I want to share that with you today, what I felt. And maybe you will resonate with that. Because I connected to God, basically, what could be described as God, the divine, whatever other ways you want to describe that works with your paradigm. I use the word God because I connected like that. And it's ultimately about that little sentence, let thy will be done. Even now saying it is like, that is the whole point. I want to wake up every day and be a steward for God. Let thy will be done, no matter what that is. Just surrender completely, having the abundance and expressing it in whatever way comes on a day-to-day basis without knowing what it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be to travel to Argentina to download in some codes into the ground. Maybe it's going to do to facilitate some ceremonies for some people using the medicines that I have. Maybe it's going to do a special kind of retreat somewhere in the world that they don't really have these kinds of retreats. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be whatever it is. But I just know that I want to live to an even greater degree of surrender than what I've been living like so far. And just honor that connection to the divine, honor that connection to God, and just be like, okay, God, what is it that's for me today? And whatever comes, it's like, so be it. That's what it's going to be. I'm done. Like my ways and like the egoic ways and all of that is like, that leads nowhere. And I have found that. And maybe if you resonate with this message, if this message found you, then maybe you also resonate with that. And you realize that right now, God is like coming back online for a lot of us. And it's just like, okay, I mean, we've tried many things, and what has it led us to? Suffering, wars, like poverty, like all sorts of things. And it's just like, it feels to me that all of these things are symptoms of being misaligned with God. Because what does God want for us? The best of everything. And whatever God means for you is like, maybe it's a state of being, maybe it's something that you find inside of you, maybe it's like the totality of everything, maybe it's source, maybe it is like the God of the Bible, or the God of the Torah, or the God of like the Quran, like whatever it is. Just that connection to the divine, the thing that is like so grand. It's like there's a paradox in even trying to define it, the ineffable. And that, I mean, it's like, for me, I connect a lot to Yeshua, the Christ, and like one thing that he says a lot is, "I and the Father are one, but my Father is greater than I." I really resonate with that. I really, 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 really do. And it's like that doesn't limit us at all. It quite the opposite. It's like we can be very, very, very grand also, and very, very powerful and all of that. And yet there's still more. That's like the whole paradox of it. It doesn't mean that we are just these like small minions, and it's like, that's not how I see it at all. I see it as like we have the ability to tap into an infinite amount of love inside of us, all of us. And I mean, I see that because that's my work. I unlock that into people, that infinite source of love that is within them through my retreats with the Transcendent Iboga. And it's really, it's like, and yet you kind of see that there's this guiding hand that kind of goes beyond what you can consciously conceive. And right now I'm just making this video ultimately to declare that I am ready to be an even greater service to God, an even greater service to the divine, and let it flow through me, because that's what I am. I am a channel for the divine. I'm a channel for God. I'm a channel for love, for this purity of consciousness, this purity of being. This is who I am. This is what I'm here to do. And this is what I feel is the energy that's going to lead to the outside reflection in the world that can be perceived as heaven on earth, which is what I know we're headed towards, because I have seen it in visions coming straight from my heart in a similar way than when I connected to Let Thy Will Be Done earlier. My heart opened up. And when my heart opens up like that, I know with deep, like every fiber of my being, that what I'm tapped into is the truth. I just feel it intrinsically. There's no convincing happening. It's just like, but of course. Of course, this is the truth. Because love is the truth. That's what I feel in my heart. And that's what you can feel in your heart. And just allow it to happen. It's a surrendering thing. It's like letting go of the grasp the ego tries to have on it, and just allowing it to flow, because it is the natural state of being. And now I'm ready to be an even greater steward to that, and let the love flow, and let the divine flow, and let God and the divine will guide me at every moment, at every step of the way. And so to that, my friend, my brother, my sister, my lover, my soul, my beautiful being, I say, thank you for listening. And to God, I say, let thy will be done.